Hello, welcome everybody. How are y'all doing? Let me make sure this is on. All right, here we go. So we're gonna be doing a new moon in Leo spread here. And this is gonna be from basically the whole lunation cycle of this Leo new moon. We'll see what it is that you're planting during this new moon, the seeds that you're planting during this new moon, and then we're going to take a look and also see like what you're releasing around the full moon and sort of how the cycle closes out at the end. So without further ado, if you're watching the feedback of this, everything will be timestamped below, all the signs, so you can just go straight to your zodiac sign. Because I'm going to wait a little bit here for people to come into the chat, because I'm pretty sure notifications weren't sent just because last night I did a bunch of individual videos. So, but let me pull up the chat really quick. And I also set up a new overhead camera too, so we'll be able to see the cards as well. But let's see here. How's everybody? This may be actually a small room just because the notifications weren't out. So that's a bonus to the people watching. So let's take a look here. One second. Hello. We're just gonna let some people get in here, see if they see the broadcast, because the notifications weren't sent because I already used up all my notifications. So we'll wait a moment. We'll let some people get in here before I start. Hello. We're just gonna let some people get in here. So we'll wait a moment. We'll let some people get in here before I start. It's quite a lag, huh? One moment. Is the playback right now, is it lagging for y'all? We're gonna start here pretty soon, but I'm just trying to see if, because I have a new camera set up overhead, right? So you can see the cards. But this is my first time going live and using it, so I'm not sure if the feedback is doing well. One moment. Is the playback right now, is it lagging for y'all? We're gonna start here pretty soon, but I think it's all right. All right, let's just go ahead and jump in, my friends. Let's jump in. Let me know if the feedback kind of does lag, because I may have to change some settings. It's not lagging. All right, let's do it then. Let's do it. Let's get to it. Aries. Let me put up the sign here for the Aries gang. Let's see what we got for the Aries. Let's take a look here. Boom. Aries. I'm actually going to make this a little bit smaller. Just a little bit. Let's see. Here. Aries, let's do it. Alrighty. Let's see. Alright. All right, let's do it. Aries. We're gonna take a look here and we're gonna see. I'm gonna go ahead and switch the camera over here so you can see it. Boom. All right. Let's take a look for the Aries, and you'll be able to see the spread too that I'm using for this new moon. Let's take a look here. Aries. And I'm going to be doing uprights for this one. Let's see. So let's see. This is going to be your current energy entering into the new moon. Your challenge will be the Six of Wands. In the future, leading up to the full moon, you have the High Priestess. Something that you're unaware of is the Eight of Pentacles. And the message here governing you, the message here from your higher self with this is the Ten of Swords. Lord, I can't speak worth a dang. Cool camera angle, huh? So you guys can kind of see, we'll kind of switch up the angles a little bit. So, yeah. Let's pull your cards here, Aries. And like I said, these are going to go quite quickly. You have to remember I'm doing a lot of signs. So, all right. All right, so let's get into this. I'm going to switch back. Your actually, let's do this. Your current energy is the Ace of Cups here, Aries. Leading into this new moon, or the start of this new moon here, for a lot of you, I think you're really starting to set the intention to really focus on yourself more, reflect more, especially on the things that really fulfill you and make you happy here. So I see a lot of you being more contemplative with this new moon, being more reflective here in regards to really reconnecting emotionally toward yourself here as well. And I see that you're also ready to begin things here as well. So that looks good. Your challenge during this new moon is the Six of Wands, or during this lunation cycle is the Six of Wands here. For some of you, it's like you want more growth when it comes to the intuitive energy that I'm getting from this area is actually that you want to have more fun, but it's also like I feel like you're trying to increase your success here through your self-expression. This new moon was in your 5th house, and the 5th house is the house of self-expression, right? Or expression, creativity, happiness. And I feel like, of course, that's what your challenge is going to be. You know, that's what you're becoming conscious of, because right now what you're unconscious of is the Eight of Pentacles here. And what I'm picking up with this Eight of Pentacles for a lot of you here, I feel like with this lunation cycle, is that I made a really great post about this, and I'm not trying to just keep referring everybody to my Instagram, but if you want to take a look at the overall energy, summarized for this lunation cycle, be sure to check out my last post on my Instagram. But there is a lot of this energy here going on. The Eight of Pentacles is where we need to be more practical. So something that I feel like you're a little bit unaware of, like the need to be more practical, the need to actually apply yourself and to start to like manage the things that you want to do, right? Like let's just say, for instance, you want to increase your following. I don't know, it's just an example. Well, you would start to actually take the steps necessary to doing so consistently. Because the Ten of Swords is the message here from your higher self. And by the way, this actually pretty good lunation cycle for you. But the Ten of Swords being here, the message from your higher self is like you already know everything that you need to know at this time. It's like you don't need to know more. You don't need to understand any better or understand more. You have all the answers here. And so for some of you, it's just about using what it is that you know, actually applying like your mind to the situation here. Very interesting. And then in the future position here, you have the High Priestess to the build up to the full moon in Pisces. And it's interesting because the High Priestess is a card of Pisces. So for some of you, I really see here that you're going to be surrendering here and allowing for new things to enter in. We'll pull the outcome here and we'll see what that is. The Ace of Swords here. I think a lot of you are getting the truth during this full moon, or leading up to this full moon in Pisces. And also, I believe that you're also seeing things more clearly. You also have this card, what do you need to release here? So anything that you need to release, I think it's time to release it now. This card is a waning moon. And so after you get the clarity here, after you sort of receive the answer that you've been looking for to the build up to this full moon, I feel like you're also becoming aware of the things that you need to release. And then you have this Libra card and it says I balance here. So for a lot of you, I think this is about balance in your life. Balancing the practical and the spiritual. I'm not really getting anything about relationships, honestly. If I'm being real with you, I don't see anything about relationships here. Unless it's new love. But then again, I don't even see any events in the future. So that's what I got for you, Aries. Let's go to Taurus. This is my first time using this spread, right? So it just fucking feels off. But whatever, I'm trying new things here. Let's see. All right, let's go to Taurus real quick. Let's go to Taurus. What's up, Zeta? How you doing? It's good to see you. Let's see here. All right, Taurus. Gotta get into the flow. Hold on, y'all. Gotta get into the flow here. Just a bit. Especially with this new camera angle. All right, let's do Taurus. The Bulls. What do we got for the Bulls? What do we got here for the Bulls? What's going on with Taurus? What's the message here for Taurus with this new moon in Leo? New moon in the 4th house for you, Taurus. So this is going to be a start to a newer beginning, a newer start in regards to your foundation. Now you can watch any and all your placements. If I do talk the astrology, it's going to be from the rising sign. I still think it really correlates and relates to the sun sign as well, maybe in a different way, but you'll definitely still see the themes, even if you're a Taurus sun, right? So just keep that in mind. But you can watch any Taurus placement. But yeah, the new moon in the 4th, a new start to your foundation, newer seeds being planted, newer things beginning when it comes to your foundation, home life, family life, your personal life, your inner world of emotions. So you could be integrating into something here. It's a new integration starting to happen and form here for you. All right, let's see what we got, Taurus. The message here from your higher self with this new moon is the World card. Your current energy is the Empress. Your challenge is the 7 of Pentacles. Or sorry, your current energy is the High Priestess. Future position, you got the Death card. This is the lead up to the full moon here with this Death card, right? So this is all the way up to the full moon, and what it is for the outcome and what you're releasing is the 3 of Swords here. Very interesting. What are you unconscious of at this time? This doesn't really look bad. It's just more so of like a pretty harsh realization, I would say, right? Because even if you look at the spread, right, like the World card, the message here from your higher self is telling you like you're starting a newer chapter. And it's very interesting because the World card is the last card in the tarot, right? So you're starting a new chapter in your life. You're already aware of this because your current energy right now is the High Priestess, right? You're already aware of this. And I feel like you're ready for this new beginning. I feel like you're ready to, you're not fully conscious of how everything's going to look and all that stuff, but I think you're quite aware that everything will start to reveal themselves here quite soon here for you, because the 7 of Pentacles being in your challenge for this new moon, like during this lunation cycle, the 7 of Pentacles is like when we need to have sufficient perseverance when it comes to, being practical, right? And doing still what it is that we need to do, managing things, taking care of things that are important, not slacking off, not daydreaming, not procrastinating, right? And so something that you're unaware of here is the Ace of Wands, right? And I think this is about don't allow yourself to procrastinate. I think it's just wanting you to not be afraid of change, to go along with change. It's like the more you're willing to embrace change, the more you're willing to switch things up and do things a different way. It's almost like you start to get even more energy. But if you decide to like not do anything, then I kind of get that it's like you're sort of wondering like, where's the spark of motivation? Where's the spark of inspiration? And then you see here, you have the death card here to lead up to the full moon. So this is definitely a big release. You even have the Three of Swords here as well. And for some of you, I think it's like kind of like these changes are out of your control, you know? Because this is a very Saturnian reading right now. The World card's pretty much ruling the reading, which is Saturn, literally. And the Three of Swords is Saturn and Libra. Then you got the Death card, which is Scorpio. So for some of you, there could be something that you're letting go of. But it's necessary, whether it's an old way of life and you're starting a newer chapter, or whether you're completely kind of going through, you know, a metaphorical death, you know what I mean? Not real, I'm saying metaphorical. You know, it could be anything, right? So let's pull your Oracle card here. Cancer, I feel. Isn't that interesting? Oh my God, you cannot make this shit up. And you have a new start is coming. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. You have this Cancer. Some of you may have Cancer in your chart here. Cancer does relate to the 4th house where the new moon is going to be for you. And Cancer does deal with our private emotions, our personal affairs, domestic affairs, family, home, all that stuff. So it's definitely something around that area. Could be also your emotional well-being here as well. And you have a new start is coming. So it's definitely a brand new beginning here. I think it may be tough to let go of the old way, but I think it's really necessary. And we'll pull you one more card, because this reading was kind of, you know. Ooh, yeah, look at this. Ooh. Definitely a big transformation. You have this Snake card. It says shedding. So the shedding of the skin, being rebirthed. It's almost like the Ouroboros, right? That's kind of the image coming to my mind. So maybe there's something, maybe it's some type of significant symbol for you. All right, let's do Geminis. Geminis. Jim Baines. All right, let's see what we got for Geminis. Jim Baines. The Jim Baines. What we got for Jim Baines? Let's see. How y'all doing? If you're here, be sure to hit that like button for me. Show some support. This camera was a motherfucker to set up. It took me a while last night, because I was doing it last night, and it took me I had to get real inventive. I had to pull out my inner Uranus, figure out a way how to mount this on top. And it looks really good. It doesn't look all, you know, like raggedy and shit. It actually looks really good. So yeah, I think that's like my Uranus in the 3rd house. Like I can build some shit with little. All right, let's see. Alrighty. What do we got here for Geminis? Geminis. All right, let's take a look, Gemini. What do we got? Overall energy is, or the message here from your higher self, the higher energies here is the Eight of Pentacles. All right. So this is what you're ascending up to, right? Your current energy is the Sun card. I like it. Your challenge is the Page of Wands. The Devil. Mama, everything is the devil to you, mama. You got the Devil card here in the future leading up to the full moon here. Something that you're unaware of is the Death card, and your outcome is the Magician here. You have this Water element card. It says Sensing. And you have this Have Faith in Your Dreams here. And also you have this card at the bottom of the deck. It says it's time to take action. So new moon in Aries. It's not too bad of a reading. Don't freak out because you see this Devil card. What I really feel like for some of you, it's like you're getting super focused when it comes to the material things in your life. Like let's just say, for instance, like you need to work your ass off because you actually need the money. You get what I'm saying? Or maybe you need to work your ass off because it's like you want to accomplish something here in this physical realm. And that's what I sort of see this Devil card being. It's just the archetype of Capricorn. I see you being very tenacious, and I also feel like you'll be able to achieve something here that you've been wanting to achieve, building up to this full moon here in Pisces that we're going to be having. Yes, this is the new moon card, or the new moon read, sorry. But yeah, this is what I'm seeing here. But have faith in your dreams. Obviously, I feel like it's wanting you to have faith that you can accomplish the things that you want to accomplish, right? You know, a waxing crescent is there's a lot of unconscious activity that's still at play, and there's only a little bit of conscious awareness that we have in regards to, you know, what we're trying to do and how we're trying to manifest it, or how things are going to manifest. But that's the whole point of faith, right? Is to, you know, trust in what you cannot see at this time. So, but I think overall here with the Magician here, in the outcome, I feel like this is you solving something and also being able to manifest literally, because the Magician is as above, so below, what it is that you've been wanting to manifest here. Anything that is trying to leave your life, Gemini, this Death card energy down here, just let it leave. Because this is something that you're unconscious of at this time. Some of you, what I feel like you're actually unaware of is like, I don't even think you realize like that you are so far ahead from things that have ended in your life. But for some reason, there may sort of be, like you may still kind of feel stuck to something in the past, or may still feel like it's in your life, but it's like it's not. It's like it's been long gone, you know? It could just be like the memory of something that is still making it feel like it's present, but it's not. So, yeah, I mean, and then your current energy being the Sun card, as you know, the start to this new moon with the sun card. I feel like this is you really starting to let your inner light out here. I feel like this is you really starting to let your inner light out. And I see for a lot of you, it's like you're trying to be more positive. You're trying to be more courageous and more brave and express yourself and do the things that you've been wanting to do here, right? Why is this? I hate that it doesn't focus sometimes. So this looks good. This is a perfect start here. The message here from your higher self, the Eight of Pentacles, this is like what you're ascending up to is, I feel like this is you getting your shit together. I feel like this is a new moon of getting our shit together, even though it's in Leo, right? Like, you know, but the full moon being Pisces, and it's like we're about to have all this Virgo energy. This is going to be a new moon all about us being confident in our authority and to start to take action toward our dreams and the things that we want to create. But it takes discipline and hard work and perseverance and a practical mind, right? And so that's what it is I see here that you're going to be learning and ascending up to here with this Eight of Pentacles. It's like being very much like having really good discipline and task management. I know it may sound boring, but hey, that shit's what creates the fucking dreams of our lives. So you have the Death card here in the position of something that you're unaware of. Transformation has already taken place here. I feel like it's already taken place, you know? And it's now time for you to just embrace the new chapter here, Gemini. Because what you're manifesting is, like I said, it's coming to the forefront. The Magician is the outcome. In the future, you have the Devil card. I will say this, though. I think it's going to be important to practice and balance spirituality as well as practicality. Because, yes, this is like a new moon, you know, all about kind of really getting our shit together and being more practical. But at the same time, that could also turn into where we're too far in the shadow of the devil energy, right? Rather than in its light phase. You get what I'm saying? But and that's why you have the watermelon. Oh my God. That's why you got the watermelon, Gemini. That shit sounds good as fuck right now. It's hot as hell in Texas, so we definitely need some goddamn watermelon up in here. But anyways, with the water card, water element, this is about you really reconnecting to your soul and connecting to your spiritual vision here. And the magic, your inner magic. Some of you may have a Neptune square going on at this time. If you have a late placements in Gemini, I would say from like 25 to 30 degrees of Gemini, or 25 to 29 degrees of Gemini. You probably have a square going on in Neptune. But yeah, I feel like if you have faith, then anything's possible for you, Gemini. Thank you for that super chat, Red Orange. All right, we're going to go to the Cancerians, the Cancers. Should I do super chat questions at the end? I'm going to do super chat questions at the end. So if you have super chat questions, you can send them now. It doesn't matter. But I'll be answering all the super chat questions at the end. Let me pin this in the comments really quick for the ones that do want to do the super chat questions. You have to make sure that you read the super chat rules on my website. So I'm gonna before I start Cancer's reading, let me do that really quick. I mean, it'll take me just like 1 second. Actually, yeah. All right, let me see. I can just pull that up really quick. You know what I mean, man. We got a copy here. Let's see. Let's go to the chat real quick. And put this. Paste. Super chat rules. Boom. That's the super chat rules. Read those before you send a super chat. All right, let me pin that, and it's pinned at the top. All right, let's do it, Geminis. Or Cancer, sorry. Cancer. All right, let's do Cancers. All righty. All right, Cancer. I wish notifications would have went out, but that's fine. People will come in late. It's all good. Cancers. Neo's passed out. Damn, Neo got big, or Neo's getting big. I think he's growing still. Well, of course he is, but shit. Big dog. Not a fan of little dogs. I'm a fan of big dogs. All right, let's see, Cancers. What we got for the Cancerians? Yeah, you can answer super chat question now, but I won't answer it until I'm done with all the signs. All right. All right, let's do it. Cancers. What do we got? Ace of Pentacles here, the message from your higher self. Damn, this shit is too bright, son. Hold on. I want to fix this glare. One sec. I don't think that did shit. But whatever. Fuck it. Y'all can see it though, huh? Alright. Ace of Pentacles here, Cancer, for the message here from your higher self with this new moon lunation cycle. Your current energy is a Knight of Swords entering into this new moon. The challenge for you during this new moon will be the Emperor. Leading up to the future of the full moon, you have the Ten of Pentacles. All right. Let's see. Something that you're unaware of. You have the Six of Wands. Damn, okay, I see you. See you, Cancer, I see you. Outcome here with this lunation cycle is the Queen of Pentacles. Hey, I'm just gonna say this. The new seeds that you're planting, when it comes to the things that you're trying to create, looks like it's gonna be very successful. And no, I'm not saying that. I mean, just take a look at the cards. Your only challenge for this new moon, with the Emperor being here, like your only challenge is, well, holding yourself accountable, right? Because the Emperor, it's like, it's where we have to really tap into the masculine energy that we have, right? And the Emperor is all about self-accountability, self-reliance, self-determination, bravery, confidence, you know, taking control here, right? And bringing order to especially the chaos that's in our lives. And chaos just simply meaning that, you know, if things are messy in your life or they're not as put together as you would like, well, then the Emperor is somebody that you would actually want to help you. Does that make sense? So yeah, and then the message here from your higher self is the Ace of Pentacles, and your current energy is the Knight of Swords. A lot of you are setting your intentions and you're taking action already here with this Knight of Swords. Some of you are starting to not think as much and you're starting just to do here, which I really like. And the Ten of Pentacles being in the future lead up to the full moon. I'm seeing a lot of you reaping a harvest here during this full moon. Right? That's the full moon in Pisces, right? The full moon in Pisces. Like this full moon can reflect to you the magic and the abundance that you can create in regards to your dreams or just the things that you've been wanting to better in your life, if you actually approach it with a practical mind, right? And have sufficient perseverance. Because the Six of Wands being in the position is something that you're unaware of at this time here, is that allow yourself to be ambitious, right? Like for some reason, some of you may actually have like this shame around being ambitious, right? You know, and I'm kind of feeling like the universe is wanting you to be confident. You know, the Six of Wands is very confident. He knows he'll be successful. So, and that's what I'm saying here. And then your outcome, closing out this lunation cycle, is the Queen of Pentacles. Like this is you cherishing what you've worked so hard to create. You know what I mean? So, I feel like you've worked really hard. Let's see. Or you're going to be working super hard. You have this 11th house friends card. And then you have this, you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer. So this 11th house is actually when we're able to reap the rewards from the hard work that we've actually put in and actually enjoy them, right? The 11th house is like my favorite house. Our ability to be able to enjoy ourselves out in society, how society benefits us. It also is a house of income, so an increase of income, abundance, all that stuff. you know, you being able to enjoy your hard work. And then you have this, you and your loved ones are safe. This is a new moon in Cancer. So if there's been any worries or anything like that, I think everything will be fine, which is why you also have the Ten of Pentacles toward the lead up of this. It's like you may be, you know, having to really get busy in regards to possibly taking care of people or whatever the case might be, or maybe it's just taking care of yourself as well, right? So this looks good. Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. Some of you, it's like you start to do that, and then the next thing you know, it's like you start to like kind of want to like retreat back into that comfort. And I think the more and more you can sort of push that boundary, it's like you start to see what you're really capable of, and things aren't as bad as they seem. I feel like I need to pull you a one oracle card, but a chakra oracle card. Yeah, the solar plexus, determination, which is the energy that you're going to be really, really working with, is this Emperor energy, right? Determination. So maybe some solar plexus work, right? And also, again, at the bottom of the deck, you have self-mastery, which is the solar plexus again. And the Emperor is, he's mastered himself, which is why he knows how to get whatever the fuck he wants to get. So that's what I got for you, Cancer. Let's do Leos. Straight to the point with that one. Leo, 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 Leo. Alright, I kinda need a little bit of light up in here. Shit. Hold on, Leo. Y'all be sure to like my shit. Like the video. Hold on, y'all. I gotta put these curtains up because I need to have some light up in here. There we go. That's better. That's better. Let's do Leo. Oh, Leo, this is your new moon. How we feeling, Leo? I think Leo's been needing this a bit. A bit. Venus is still retrograde, but whatever. All right, Leo. Leo, 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 Leo. Actually, why don't I just do this? Why am I doing that? Hold on, y'all. Don't get mad. Get glad. All right, hold on. All right, let's do it. Leos. Leos, Leos. Jeepers, creepers. Where'd you get those eyes? Jeepers, creepers, man. They ain't never gonna be able to remake another one. The only good ones were the first two. That was it. Okay, I'll kind of be lenient toward 4, but 3 wasn't that bad either. I don't know. I just went like the first 2 though. All right, Leo. What we got for the Leo squad? All right. Leo, Leo, Leo. The message here from your higher self is the 7 of Wands. Your current energy is the 4 of Swords. The challenge for you during this lunation cycle is the 6 of Pentacles. The Ten of Wands is the energy building up to the full moon, which is basically the near future position. All right. You have the Lovers here, something that you're unaware of here. And you have the Nine of Pentacles and your outcome here. For some of you, be sure to really defend and protect what you have worked so hard for. I don't think there's like any type of threat or anything like that. It's just like, you know, there's been this repetitive theme I've been noticing about like not slacking off. And yes, I also know the astrology too and stuff like that, but it's showing itself in the readings too, so I'm going to state it. So, and because I see right now, like entering into this new moon, Four of Swords, for some of you, it's like you could be enjoying some personal time right now with this Four of Swords, maybe taking a break or just taking some time here to meditate, contemplate here. You could be maybe focusing a little bit more on bringing in more balance into your life at this time, whether it's like, you know, with your relationships or other things or work or whatever the case might be. You know, I think you could be starting to, you know, take joy in other things or focus on your relationships here a bit more right now. Very interesting. Or the relationship with yourself. I'll say that too, because that's here. The Six of Pentacles being in the challenge here, like the build up toward the, or the challenge of the build up and during this lunation cycle. I would be aware of, like, because here's the thing, Leo, it's almost as if it's wanting you to be aware of like how much you're giving to other people, like, and where your priorities are. I'm not saying that your priorities are off. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying here is that it's not wanting you to spread yourself too thin here, right? And not let people take advantage of you as well, with the Six of Pentacles being in the challenge too. But also not to be afraid to communicate to other people and about, you know, with the things that you need here, right? Because, for instance, it's like you may do a lot for other people, but when it comes to like your own needs and stuff like that, are those getting met, right? You know, and that doesn't have to be like in a bad way, like how it's manifested in your life or how it is manifesting in your life. It can simply be that maybe you do a lot of shit for free for people, but it's like at this time you can't really do shit for free. It's like you kind of need some revenue, right? You kind of need some income, or whatever the case might be. So it's like you're like, hey, instead of doing this free, I kind of have to charge you. I need to start, you know, I need to get my needs met as well. You get what I'm saying? There's stuff like, it's like that's a prime example of some shit that I'm talking about here. The Seven of Wands, the message here from your higher self. This is what I was talking about, like defending like what's yours, but also like going for what it is that you want here as well. Like being courageous, stepping into your authority, and being confident here as well, like not giving up. Seven of Wands, where we need to rise above obstacles here in our life. And for some of you, it could be financially, or it could just be other things when it comes to your needs and stuff like that. Something that you're unaware of is the Lovers here. Yeah, I feel like as long as you come from a place of truth and honesty and, you know, and love here, and understanding your connectedness to everything, whether that's people, you know, relationships, whatever the case might be, then I feel like everything will be fine. The Ten of Wands, I see you really having a lot of responsibilities, but I think you're up for the challenge. I think you're totally up for the challenge, because your outcome is the Nine of Pentacles. So I see you actually wanting to work hard. I see you have something actually motivating you here to work harder. Maybe there's something's like almost like a rekindling of some sort. And these are going to be your rewards here and gains here with the Nine of Pentacles. Let's pull your astrology card. But the Nine of Pentacles is good. I feel like you're increasing more abundance and you have newer blessings entering into your life. Because like those grapes in this card are really getting my attention. And grapes represent blessings. Harvest. Yeah, look at that. 10th house of the world. Your career. So you have success here. But the 10th house is also like a house to where it's like, you want to achieve great things, you got to do great things. You know what I mean? If you want to achieve what it is that you want in your career, your place in the world, whatever it is, then it's like we have to, you know, work toward that, build toward that. Nice pants. I love these. I got these from Target. I don't know how long ago, but they're dope. So I was like, I get a lot of shit from Target. Shit. you have a fiery climax approaches with and this is a full moon in Aries, and then it says the end of a tough cycle approaches. So I think you could actually be somewhat frustrated in regards to things here, but it's like, because you're choosing not to back down, because you're choosing to tackle challenges and to confront them right away, I feel like that's what's causing you to be able to level up like this during this lunation cycle year. Pretty straight to the point since it's y'all's birthday. Still, I'm gonna pull you another card. You have the 6th chakra, and it says visualization here. I see some of your actual 6th chakra. Maybe there were some imbalances before, but maybe I think it's starting to open back up again. Look at this as well. This even looks like a damn eye, right? With the 10th house, the world. It's like your vision here about your future. I think for some of you, if it's been missing, you're finding the rekindling of that, a newer vision. Others of you, this is just, if it hasn't been missing, then this is just you continuously pursuing, your dreams and your goals and your aspirations that you have. So that's what I got. The quote coming to me right now is, tough times don't last. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. I think that's that quote. I don't even know. It's just, I don't even say that quote. It just came through. So take it or leave it. I don't give a shit. This new moon is conjunct Lilith too. This is my fucking new moon. I was born with Sun conjunct Lilith, or Lilith conjunct my sun. Both Liliths. But yeah, this new moon had the conjunction with Lilith. So this is the powerful creativity that can be harnessed in the shadow, or it can be quite destructive. Just depends on how well you know your shadow. All right, let's do Virgos. Oh shit, I should probably put the super chat thing up, huh? Not that. There we go. Perfecto. Probably have to make this a little bit smaller. All right, Virgos. Be sure to read the super chat rules if you want me to answer a super chat question for you. Let's do Virgo. Put this over here. It's smaller. All right. Virgos. You like this live, huh? You guys like the overhead camera? The camel angle, I was about to say. The camera angle. Y'all like the overhead? I like it. It just switches up perspective as well. It's the little things that can make a difference. Like Mercury in Virgo. Mars in Virgo, and the sun coming into Virgo pretty soon. And then not only that, Mercury retrograde. Little things. The little things. All right. The little things. I gotta do the little things. I love y'all too. All right, let's see. What we got here, Virgo? Virgo. Damn, why is this shit like... What does this look like on my camera? Hold on. Hold up. I gotta see what this looks like, because on my screen it's just like totally like washed out. One sec. I'm still here. Damn. Whatever. I don't care. Yes, I do. Maybe that's a little better. All right. Let's do it, Virgo. The message here from your higher self is the World card. Some of you actually may have a Taurus placement because they pulled the same card in the exact same spot. Your energy entering into this new moon is the Moon card. The challenge with this lunation cycle is the Three of Swords, and you have the Emperor to the build up to the full moon. I like this. What you're consciously becoming aware of is this Emperor energy. What are you unconscious of at this time? Five of Pentacles. Outcome. Page of Swords. All right. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Why does it look so cricket? Oh my God, it's about to make me so mad. Hold on. See, this is Virgo energy too, just picky. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. All right, hold on. Gotta get this right. Hold on. All right, hold on, Karens and Darrens. You ain't gotta trip out. Jeez, it's gonna be all right. Get your damn ice cream soon. Hold on. All right. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. You have this first house of the body here. Yeah, this first house of the body. And you have this don't let your past hold you back, the south node here. You know, past relationships, past situations. I feel like this is the time that you're really going to be addressing those, right? I'm not saying that you haven't addressed them before, but it's more so like there's still been some things that I see you unpacking like you're unconscious, right? And so you could be literally doing more reflecting. And let's actually just kind of just get into this reading. Your current energy entering into this new moon is the moon. And this is like a perfect representation of sort of like new moon or full moon energy, because basically this is the unconscious. What lies beneath that we can't see, right? But we can see if we shed conscious awareness on it, right? Which is this conscious awareness, the light is the sun shedding it on the moon, which is the subconscious, unconscious, right? So I feel like right now it's like there's some things that could be troubling you with this moon card, whether it's fear, whether it's sadness, whether it's grief, you know, it's some type of emotion, or whether it's just uncertainty. But the challenge being the Three of Swords. I gotta be real, Three of Swords deals with breakups, deals with relationships, and especially on this first house here, I think a lot of you are starting to become aware it's like it's time to take your power back from situations during this lunation cycle, because you are gonna have that full moon in Pisces in your 7th house, Virgo, right? Which is 7th house is relationships, right? Because the Emperor being here in the future position to the buildup of that full moon, it's like you're realizing, putting the emphasis back on yourself, the first house, starting to take care of yourself, starting to put yourself first here, right? And you could be disconnecting from relationships, from people, even, or it could be places too, right? I see a lot of you taking your power back. Something that you're unaware of is the Five of Pentacles. Right now, it's like you could be sort of suffering. You may miss something from the past. Maybe there was something in the past that you truly valued. everybody just thinks, you know, some people just think like my reads are all just like, you know, sunshine and rainbows, but I read the cards exactly how they come out. Can I read reversals? Yes, I can. But I also can read uprights without them all being sunshine and rainbows. You know what I'm saying? But I think you could be missing something from the past that you once valued before, and it's like you haven't really found, you know, something better yet, or found a better way of doing something yet. And I think the first step here, and I'm not trying to tell you what to do, you can do whatever you want, Virgo, but the South Node does deal with our past. It does deal with our habits, and, you know, habits that we keep repeating that are bad habits, right? And so this could be like a South Node issue. Some of you may actually have some sort of Libra placement because the South Node's in Libra. But it doesn't have to be. You know, you don't have to. But I think with this Page of Swords and the Emperor, though, I like seeing this Emperor because it's like you're taking your power back and you're realizing here, like, you can actually find better things. You're capable of building better things. You're capable of having better relationships. You're capable of becoming the best version of yourself. And these things that have been bothering you in the unconscious aren't bothering you here anymore. Because you finally took your power back. Right, there may be some things that maybe affected your confidence and your sort of like the way you feel when it comes to taking charge and taking authority and you know, your self-esteem and stuff like that, because the Emperor is also Taurus, so it does deal with self-value and self-esteem and all that shit. But I like this Emperor being here because it's like you're coming back to your own here. And the Page of Swords here in the outcome, I just think you could be getting some type of news, but I feel like this is clarity. It's going to be an important revelation too. I feel that's really going to be mind opening here for you, or eye opening. I'm gonna say this: if some of you, like, if you've sort of kind of always felt like a yearning to be in a relationship, or yearning for a person, or let's just say maybe you always feel like kind of things are out of your control, and you kind of have felt lately that it's like, man, like I wish, like kind of like the woe is me, like, man, like, everything just happens to me, like I don't have any control, or whatever the case might be. It's like you're starting to realize like you have full control with this Emperor. You're like, you have full control. And the World card being here, the message here from your higher self is like, allow the past to be the past, right? Because I feel there's an intense karmic lesson here. I gotta be real. The Three of Swords is very karmic, and it's also a Saturn archetype, and the World card is Saturn. So there's a huge emphasis on Saturn, right? Things could feel quite negative right now, quite restrictive. I was about to say fight. Some of y'all, hopefully, it ain't been no damn fights, but yeah. So I think you're putting the spotlight back on yourself, and I see you actually sort of seeing like everything stems from you. You get what I'm saying? Like everything stems from you. Like sometimes in life, it's just about being real with ourselves, because like we create our own circumstances. I know we don't do it all the time, but we do it a lot, right? And so I think you're starting to break that. You're breaking that sort of karmic pattern here. I'm gonna pull you one of these. Virgo. You have this cloud card that says imagination here. Don't fall for the BS. I'm gonna be real with you. This card can be to where you fell for like a pipe dream, or you allow your own subconscious and unconscious to conjure up images and fantasies and stories that are false. Right, and so I think that Page of Swords, I see what this is now in the outcome. You're getting the truth. You're seeing the truth. You're seeing the reality. And that shit can be tough. Three of Swords, that shit can be tough. Because Three of Swords sometimes, you know, doesn't always necessarily, and we're going to Libra now, but Three of Swords doesn't always necessarily mean that it's about a relationship. Sometimes it's like you just see the reality of something and you now have to look at the truth, and the truth could be not what you want to look at. You get what I'm saying? But there's tremendous power in being able to accept it, accept the reality. Because then you can actually start to move forward. If you don't accept the reality of something, you're not going anywhere. You may think you're moving forward, but you're not. All right, so Libras. All right, give me 1 second. What we got, Scorpio? No, Libra. Libra. Old Puppers is tired. He's sleepy. Yeah, he's sleepy. Libras. All right, let's do it. Libras. Overall energy. Oh my God. Why does it look like that? Sorry, y'all. But this is just not happening. You don't have to give me a moment. We just not gonna do that. Hold on. We gotta fix this. Hold on. Not that. Let's see. I can't do it. I have to. I mean, you can't even see the card. Hold on. Let's see. I think I need to put down the gamma. Oh, shit. Hold on. Damn, son. Oh, there we go. All right, we just gonna try that. We just gonna leave it at that. How about that? You know what it is. You can see my window right there. Ace of Wands overall. You have the Empress, or the message here from your higher self. It's the Ace of Wands. Your energy entering into this new moon is the Empress. Your challenge during this lunation cycle is the Ace of Swords. The build up to the full moon, you have the Queen of Pentacles. That Scarface song is coming to my mind. She's on fire, fire, fire. That's such a great movie. Something that you're unaware of is the High Priestess, and you have the Six of Pentacles and the outcome. All right. She's on fire. Push it to the limit. Pretty. Don't look down. Something, something, something. Actually, let me pull your oracle cards. Yeah, 5th house creativity. Ooh, Libra, I see ya. See ya. Let's see here. Yeah, nothing will come out of the situation void, of course, moon, and you have a new start is coming. If you've been pondering whether or not, if you've been waiting around for something, I don't think anything's going to happen. I think it's time to just begin something newer here, which is also the message here from your higher self with the Ace of Wands being here. You know, so I feel like that's kind of the message. But anyways, you have the Empress for your energy right now entering into this new moon, or as we entered into the new moon in Leo. The Empress is really about, especially with this, a new start is coming, which is basically the new moon energy right here. For some of you, this is really about really putting the emphasis on creativity and creating things, which is why you pulled the 5th house creativity card here. All right, I think you're going to be really focused on creating more abundance and manifesting more abundance in all areas of your life. For some of you, it's even like your looks and stuff, or I think it's all things. I got to be real with you. The Ace of Swords being the challenge here, it's like right now I kind of get that you don't really know specifically how or like what your intention is. Like for instance, an intention like this morning, I don't know, like I usually write shit down in my journal, right? But this morning or whatever, you like write something down, like say for instance, like I want to record this video. That's like an Ace of Swords, like you set the intention, right? And so you're in this energy of wanting to create and manifest. And you can also be enjoying like your success here prior and stuff like that. But it's like right now you kind of don't have any idea yet of like what you want to do specifically. And I think one thing to pay attention to is this High Priestess, something that you're unaware of here is like what it is like sort of accessing the unconscious, right? And the way we can do that is like getting it, like going into some sort of mindful practice or some sort of mindful activity here, right? Because that's like the only way you can sort of understand here like what you truly want to create. The Ace of Wands being the message here from your higher self is telling you to tap into that creative energy that you have, right? What inspires you, right? What sounds fun. Queen of Pentacles is here in the future leading up to this full moon. So again, some of you may actually have a Virgo in your chart, because this card very much reminds me of Virgo because it's a card of productivity and cleanliness, but cleanliness in a way to where things are managed, right? Things are in their rightful place, right? It's not messy or whatever. So that's what I see here. Like you guys actually, through productivity, it's like you're manifesting and creating the things that you've been wanting to create. And I see you being able to enjoy those things with Queen of Pentacles. And especially your outcome here is a 6 of Pentacles. Some of you actually see you being generous here as well. Maybe spreading the love, or maybe spreading like what it is that you've created and giving to others as well. But also this is you receiving as well. Like a more prosperity, literally, because this is a Taurus archetype. So, but nothing's gonna happen unless you set the intention and sort of access the unconscious creativity that is lying dormant, ready to be tapped into. But it's gonna take some sort of mindful energy, is like what I feel like, whether that's meditating, going out on a walk, sitting around and doing nothing for a second, to just let whatever comes up in the unconscious to come up in the unconscious. Because sometimes the most creative people in the world, and I'm just gonna switch this camera angle real quick, like sometimes we just need a moment to like literally do nothing, right? Like if we have like a creativity block, like sometimes the worst thing to do is like to just keep trying to do the same shit, right? Because you're not getting any pleasure out of it. It doesn't feel rewardful. So it's like you have to, sometimes it's like you have to find something that allows for unconscious activity to come up. Unconscious creativity. I would check out, I don't know if for somebody's like Jungian psychology, maybe something that you may like. There's a really great podcast called This Jungian Life, and I don't know why I'm getting their vibe here right now. So, but they're a good podcast, and they talk about all types of topics, and they're Jungian analysts, and they're amazing. I fucking love their channel, or their podcast channel. It's on YouTube. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. I'm gonna pull you one of these. Oh, actually, I already pulled that card. Let me shuffle this. All right, this card just fell over. You have this solar plexus card. It says self-mastery here. It's interesting. I don't really think this has anything to do with self-mastery. You see all these chakras lighting up on this person? For some of you, the block may be in some sort of chakra, right? Chakras are real. It's been scientifically proven that chakras are real. The energy bodies and the energy centers, chakras are real. I don't know what people think they're not real. Chakras are real. So there could be like an imbalance or something like in some sort of area. So maybe it just takes a little bit of mindfulness to bring awareness to it and bring it back into balance. If you are struggling finding like sort of like clarity or like sort of a vision or something like that. I'm not getting any love here. There could be like some sort of like new romantic thing, but I don't see any events to where I can be like, oh, this is what's going to happen, that's what's going to happen, or this is what's going to happen. No, I feel like there could be like some sort of new thing though, or some sort of newer manifestation of something of love. All right, let's do the Scorpions. Scorpio, how y'all doing? Scorpios, this should be quite the new moon for you. All right, 1 second. Pull it up here. If you want to send super chat questions, you can send them now or at the end of the video. Damn, I picked that up on damn, I knew there's about to be something about a question or something. But yeah, if you have a super chat question, you can send them now, but I'm not going to answer them until I'm done with all the signs. So you can send it now or at the end of the video. Be sure to read the super chat rules though. They're pinned at the top of the chat. All right, Scorpios. Thank y'all as well for being here, and thank y'all for just really taking part and participating and being here on the channel. I appreciate it. All right. She's on fire. Yeah, I think I'm gonna watch Scarface tonight. I haven't watched it since last summer. All right, Scorpions. Scorpios know what I'm talking about. Y'all like that type of shit. All right. All right, let's do it. All right. Let's do it. The King of Pentacles. Man, this is about to make me so mad. Because it's just like you can't even see it. You know what I'm saying? King of Pentacles is the overall message here from your higher self and the higher energies that you'll be tapping into. This is King of Pentacles. It makes total sense, and I'm going to tell you why here in a moment. Page of Wands is your current energy entering into this new moon. All right, pep in your step. Some of you get you got a little increase of libido here as well. I see it with the Page of Wands. I feel like there's more like you're more inspired and more motivated, right? Like it's almost like you're harnessing more like sexual energy as well with this Page of Wands, but not like in the way of like physical sex, right? I think it's like a life force energy that's being activated inside you. King of Cups is in your future position leading up to this full moon in Pisces. Wow. I actually feel like this lunation cycle could be quite well for you, Scorpio. You have the Empress, something that you're unaware of here. I'm telling you, like, all the laborious work that you're doing right now will have growth and expansion. But I really see you tapping into like this sacred creativity, right? Like this, when I say sacred, it's like this potent creativity, like this potent sense of life force that is allowing you to be able to really channel and create beautiful things here. All right, Scorpio. Wow, goddamn, Scorpio. All right, look at that. Oh, damn, Scorpio. Oh, shit. It's about time, Scorpio. Yeah. Where y'all been? Lunar eclipse change. Oh, shit. This ain't a Scorpio reading if you ain't got some type of eclipse or some shit. Fucking tower. All right. You're very close to achieving your goal. You cannot make this shit up, yo. Jesus. Lord have mercy. All right, let's get into this. The King of Pentacles, your overall energy here. I like that, honestly, if I'm being real with you, Scorpio, because it's interesting where this new moon was in Leo. It was in your 10th house of your career. Aspirations and the goals and the things that you want to achieve and the mountains that you want to conquer. You want to be wealthy. You want to be prosperous. So it makes total sense. You want to be more abundant. Your current energy entering in this new moon is the Page of Wands. And like I said, it's like you're already in an energy of initiation and you're ready to make changes here, which is why this lunar eclipse change came out as well. There's something going on in the psyche, right? There's like this unconscious powerful energy coming to the forefront, which is like this powerful creativity or just life force energy. Very interesting. Four of Swords is your challenge. I would say to balance your relationships. I think there could be imbalance and just balancing shit in your life, right? Because the Four of Swords, there's a reason why, like, he's laying down, not doing nothing, right? What this represents symbolically is that he has great balance in his life, right? He's slayed the dragons of the day, right? Basically meaning like he's done what he's had to do, and so he has balance and he has time to also for himself. So your only thing is to make sure that you're, balancing all aspects of your world and your life. You have the Empress here in the position of something that you're unaware of here. Again, I think it's time to start putting that powerful energy into creating things. I feel like if you do so, you have the King of Cups here. It's like you're just full of growth and expansion here. It's interesting because we are going to have the full moon in Pisces, right? This is a gibbous moon up here. I'm going to talk about this here in a moment too, but we have a full moon in Pisces, and that's going to be in your 5th house, right? The 5th house is self-expression. You're going to be very self-expressive, I feel, during this, especially in the direction of your goals, in the direction of your career and the things that you're trying to manifest. And the gibbous moon is basically right there when it's about to be a full moon, and it says you're very close to achieving your goal. And I think you are going to achieve your goal because you have the 10 of Cups here. I see you being happy, being able to enjoy the moment, being ecstatic, really. 10 of Cups is actually a card of like ecstasy, right? Like the feeling of ecstasy. Osho said something quite unique about ecstasy. And I kind of like Osho stuff, but I don't know. I don't know. Some stuff I'm just like, I don't know. But he did say something about like, the happiness or something like that. But yeah, I see you being happy here, Scorpio. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look, did you see it? You have the Empress here, though. And this is what something that you're unaware of. But again, look at that. It's really just about understanding that creation is your divine birthright. Pleasure is your divine birthright. Because Scorpio represents pain, right? If Scorpio's pain, it is. Taurus is pleasure, right? Scorpios, I have Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising, Pluto in the first, 2 planets in the 8th. We go through a lot of tough shit, a lot of tough lessons in life, and we deal with a lot of fucking pain. But that pain also is what allows us to be great. But sometimes with Scorpios, like we can just be so like in that energy of just like, you know, just life beating us up, and that we just sometimes think that life is hard, life is tough, life is painful all the time. You know what I mean? Which, it is a lot of the time. But, you know, also too, that there's good things in life, and there's good things to be grateful for, and there's good experiences that happen as well, and there's good things to be happy about and all that stuff. So that's what I got for you, Scorpio. Let's do Sagittarius. She's on fire. All right, let's do Sagittarius. If you're in here, be sure to hit that like button. Of course, if you're resonating and you're vibing, right? Sometimes, if you're not vibing and resonating with a reading, or, you know, if you're just watching because you're bored, I mean, you can still hit that thumbs up, but sometimes it don't make sense to hit the thumbs up. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you can just be nice. All right, let's do Sagittarius. Some of y'all may be getting into like nutrition or something like that. I was looking at my shelf of books, and then I don't have like a lot of nutrition books. I have like 3, and they're not even mine, or they're mine now, but yeah. But anyways, the moon card. Ooh. Uh-oh, in the shadows, in the realm of the shadows, emerges Sagittarius. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Y'all remember Goosebumps? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. That intro went hard. I ain't gonna lie. That intro went hard. Shows used to be so good. Now they're just trash. Nothing beats the 90s. I don't even know. I think Goosebumps came out in the 90s. I believe so. I don't know. But the 90s shows and movies. Oh, man. Especially the horror movies. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. What's going on? Remember Night of the Living Dead? or not the Living Dead, Night the Living Dummy. That was like one of my favorites. Dun, 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 dun. Woo, shit. Sage. Take a look at this read. Take a look. Where do we start here? All right. Let's see here. This is definitely a busy new moon for you, I would say. Interesting. So so the energy entering into this new moon is the Queen of Pentacles. Again, the Queen of Pentacles does deal with our well-being and stuff like that as well. The way we take care of ourselves and all that stuff. It deals, because it's the earth element, the Pentacles, right? But I think right now it's like you're really focused on making the things that you already have better, right? Because you already have like something in your life, or you could be doing something, or it could really be anything. But I think you're like focused on, okay, how can I manage this better? How can I create, or how can I like just make something better in general? And it's very detailed, right? Like you're looking at the details of something, like the micro things here that make a big difference. You have the Sun card in your challenge here, and it's interesting. The higher I'm gonna be real with you, Sagittarius. Hey, I'm not trying to call you out. Maybe sometimes Sagittarius think they know everything, but the shadow side of Sag, right? I think there's I got to be real with you. There's so much unconscious growth about to come forth. Like you're going through like a growth period, right? So it's interesting. It's like the more open-minded you can be with the moon card, because the moon, like for this being the message here from your higher self, it's like you need to really follow your intuition when it comes to things, because by deepening your awareness into what you're intuitively feeling and sensing, I feel like that's going to shed more light upon like newer things to be discovered here for you. Because the Sun card being in a challenge can represent to where, the Sun represents the ego, right? Like we all have an ego. Like for people to say that, no, we don't all have an ego. Literally, we all have an ego. Like it doesn't make any sense. Now the ego can be unhealthy, right? But the Sun card is like when we can allow like our own ego to get in the way of like deepening our awareness into something, or broadening our awareness, right? Because that's what Pisces teaches Sagittarius, is like there's more to what you already know, or what you think you know. There's always more. There's always, it's inclusive with Pisces. It goes and goes and goes, and there's always more to discover. Which is why something that you're unaware of is the Ten of Wands. It's like, does your current beliefs at this time, are they holding up for you? And if they're not, then I would try, especially because you have the Hangman here in the future position leading up to the full moon. It's like the Hangman is like where we need to like surrender and let go and embrace not knowing. Right? Being able to be honest with ourselves and be like, I don't know, but I'm open and willing to explore it. I'm open and willing to see. Right? So I think you're shedding a lot of limiting beliefs here. You have this confidence is your key to success, the new moon in Leo, which we just had a new moon in Leo, which was in your 9th house of higher levels of education and learning, right? Of beliefs, right? So, and then you're going to have the full moon in Pisces in your 4th. So, there's a lot of unconscious activity coming to the forefront. It's very interesting. 6 of Wands though in the outcome. I think it's something that is quite needed, if I'm being honest with you, because I feel like this is going to make you super successful with the 6 of Wands. And it's even going to boost your confidence even more, and the pride that you have in yourself, right? And also like your self-esteem. You have the Hermit here in the position. Oh shit, why did I even pull that card? I don't even know why I pulled that card. That was an extra card that came out, whatever. The Hermit though, I'm going to take this as advice here. The Hermit again is deeper research, right? soul growth as well. Also, for some of you, if you want to be a mentor, I think you would be a great mentor or a great coach or like a great like leader here. But I think what's going to make you a great leader, because you have the Six of Wands, which is the leadership card and the outcome, what's going to make you a great leader is learning from others or continuously learning. You have this yaw destiny. This is part of your destiny. For some of you, you may even be feeling like there's been these moments in your life or these moments that have been happening that almost have felt like a little bit out of your control. And some of you are actually starting to discover your destiny here as well, like your place in the whole. When I say the whole, I'm talking about in the universal scheme. Right? Because it's the personal, and then there's the universal scheme, the personal, social, then the universal, right? I really want to say this as well, Sag. I think you need to trust in yourself more. Because it's interesting. One thing that I'm picking up here is that, like, yes, you're so like ready for something. It's almost though it's like you're kind of like afraid. It's like you're dipping your toe in the water. You know, it's like you're dipping your toe in the water. You're like, is it ready? You know, like it's like a hot tub or something. Like you dip your toe in, it's like, it's not hot yet. Or like, is the pool cold? Is the water cold? I think you're ready to swim. Especially full moon in Pisces. It's time to swim, baby. Sink or swim. For some of you, it could literally just be like a child is your challenge with the Sun card, because the Sun card does represent children and stuff. And maybe right now it's like you're having to really focus on like, you know, the parenting aspect of things and that stuff as well. And you could just be learning through the process here. But I think you'll be a great parent. Or if you're already a parent, then I just feel like you're just going to be perfecting your parent skills. Right? Yeah, or afraid to being adored. Admiration is also the Sun card. Some of you are afraid to be seen. Allow yourself to be seen. So that's what I got for you, Sagittarius. Let's do Capricorn. Caps. Give me 1 second. Alrighty, let's do it. 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 All right, Capricorn. Hey, the luxury hybrid. Thank you for the super chat. So I'm answering tarot questions. I'm not answering like astrology questions, right? Like I'm answering with cards. So, but I would say I'll address your question at the end. So that way I can actually, so that way you'll have my undivided attention. All right, Capricorn, what do we got? What's going on with the Goat Squad? may have Scorpio in your chart. Scorpio moon. Wait, why do I keep doing that shit? The Seven of Wands, there we go. There could be some type of event or something coming up also in the month of October for Halloween or something in the fall. There's something about the fall, Capricorn. Some of y'all, whatever it is, it could even be stressing you out. It's like you're looking, like you're thinking about the future. Oh, you got blessings though. I like this. Let's see. You got be bold, make the first move here. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting here. Your higher self's wanting you to, I think the stress and like the overthinking here with the Nine of Swords, because this is Mars and Gemini, and I have Mars and Gemini. Mars and Gemini, it's like we tend to want to focus on everything, but at one time. Like I'll give you an example. Like a Mars and Gemini will have a podcast on, trying to genuinely listen to it, while also trying to read a book, while also trying to read tarot cards, while also trying to text and talk on the phone. Like that's kind of like Mars and Gemini. Like we feel like we can accomplish everything, but we spread ourselves too thin and we burn out, whatever the case might be. So it's just really about focusing on one thing at a time. But I would say here, it's like I think it's time to be bold and to make the first move here when it comes to something. I think you have a lot of blessings. You have this Grand Trine blessings here that are in your future here. The King of Pentacles being in your current energy at this time, leading into this new moon. I think a lot of the emphasis is being put on your careers, being put on your stability and your foundation here, and trying to make your life more prosperous. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. The Three of Cups for your challenge during this new moon is, for some of you, it's like your social life and stuff like that. It could even be like dating and stuff like that. Like if there's any plans or anything that you've been wanting to put together, like let's just say it's like your crush or something, like why don't you just ask them out? The worst they can say is no, right? Or invite them to do something. If they say no, okay, they say no. Or let's just say if it's like a friend or something, or like a friend group, or putting together an event, like all you gotta do is just see what happens, right? There's also saying too, like to also like, you know, don't forget to socialize here as well. Something that's going on in the unconscious here is you have the Sun card, or something that you're unaware of here. And I think there's almost like this craving for you, like with you, like you want to have fun. I think you literally want to have fun. It's like you want to do things that actually are fucking fun. Because for some of you Capricorn, it's just been work. And it's like you kind of want to, I see you like wanting to kind of go on an adventure here. Like you're craving adventure. King of Cups in the future position, building up to that full moon here. I think here with this full moon, with this King of Cups, it's very similar to what I said about Scorpio here in a way. I actually see you being more flexible, Capricorn. It's interesting, not to say that you're not flexible, but I think you're allowing yourself to really go with the flow and to be open and explore, right, what you emotionally kind of feel inclined to. That's what I see your temperament being, at least. The Seven of Wands and the outcome here. I feel for some of you, it's like you're doing the things that you want to do that are gonna make that make you happy. It's kind of very simple here, with the Seven of Wands being in the outcome. But I think it is time for you to take the initiative here. Seven of Wands also taking the initiative. Nine of Swords is when we're thinking too much with our minds instead of doing. Right, and that's why this says be bold and make the first move. Because I think things will actually work out better than you think they will with this Grand Trine blessings. I think it's time to play more. You know what I mean? Jelly bean, Capricorn. Oh, I'm gonna pull you a. What you doing, Peppers? You have this dolphin card that says listening here. Are you not listening to your intuition? I think there's a need to really listen to your intuition. What? Because there's like this inner voice that you're kind of battling with. Are you being agreeable? I was about to call y'all Gemini. Some of y'all Gemini in y'all's chart. Capricorn. I'm not trying to call you out. I'm just saying, like, or are you being too rigid? You know? So that's what I got for you, Capricorn. Your reading was actually like quite straight to the point. That was all the messages that really came through. So we're gonna do Aquarius next. Damn, it's hot in here now. Oh, I'm gonna turn the air down. New technology. Aquarius is not all about that, huh? Give me a moment. What the fuck? Sometimes it should be a piece of shit though. They have like an app you can control like the temperature and shit. The thermostat works perfect, but this app sometimes be tripping. Let's do the Aquariuses. Oh, there it goes. I can feel it. Oh, thank God. It's so fucking hot. All right, Aquarius, you chilling in that UFO? What y'all doing? Where's Neo? Neo's right beside me. He's tired. He's kind of drifting in and out of sleep. He made a friend over here, so like this other dog's like his girlfriend. He's probably thinking about her, honestly. All right, let's see here, Aquarius. Let's see. The cards. All right. He's probably a little bored, honestly. I gotta take him out. It's just so fucking hot in Texas. You can't do shit during the day. You got about a 5-minute window span to be outside, and then you just start getting irritated. It's fucking too hot. All right. What sign? Oh, Aquarius. There we go. Yeah, you have the Hierophant entering into this new moon, like your energy right now. I'm actually seeing here for some of you, it's like you could be like there's something about a course coming through. Or just hear me out. I'm kind of channeling on messages that are just coming in really quickly, and then I'll get into the actual read. Some of you, this could be like a course that you're doing here with this Hierophant, or maybe you're like teaching or leading. It's very like Hierophantish, you know, energy coming through, whether you're being the archetype of the Hierophant or you're in an environment of like a Hierophant sort of energy is there, right? So you could be learning something, or you could be the teacher, or you could be sort of in some sort of communion or community here as well. So there's things that I get that you're learning. There's a lot of wisdom I feel that you also have and that you're learning too. Very interesting. The Knight of Swords is the message here from your higher self. It's like what it is that you learn here, or what it is that you start to understand. It's like it's about putting it into use with this Knight of Swords. That's the message here from your higher self. Because even your challenge is the Magician, and the Magician is about willpower, and it's also the archetype of Mercury. So you're already participating in something here with this Hierophant, because I feel like the Hierophant is very much related to Jupiter, and Jupiter in humanistic astrology represents participation, and Mercury represents association, right? So it's like being a part of like some sort of thing here. And I think it's time for you to also release a lot of negativity in your life with this full moon in Scorpio, and really get back to what's genuinely true for you emotionally, and reconnecting spiritually here, and fucking clearing out all the gunk here, Aquarius. What's the word? Like purifying, right? It's like straight alchemy energy coming through. Some of y'all need an oil change on that UFO. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and get it done. Fucking. You might as well just get it done now. If that shit break down, then you on the news again. You got the Hangman here in the future position leading up to the full moon here. I think there's going to be a very it's gonna be a big realization. I think you're going to sacrifice something here. Like you're gonna let go of something, because something you're gonna see something from a new angle. And if anybody's great at seeing shit from a different angle, well, it's Aquarius. I think you're seeing things in a new angle. I think it's giving you a different perspective here. And yeah, and it's like through doing that, I feel like you're realizing, you know, like you're deepening your awareness, and you're realizing here, like the once thought perceived limitations that you're facing were just an illusion, right? Because you're actually achieving what you want to achieve with the Four of Pentacles, and you're getting what it is that you've been wanting, or you're building at least, or getting something that you're going to value. Knight of Cups is in the position of the unconscious, or something that you're unaware of. I think this is about bringing your dreams into the reality here. Like it's one thing to dream and have a vision, right, with the water element and all that stuff, but it's another thing to practically apply yourself with the Magician, which I now think the Magician is not Aries anymore. I think it's Aries when it comes to the initiative factor of the Magician. But as far as like the problem solving and the alchemy, I think that's Gemini, Virgo, the Mercury archetype of really what this card is. You have this Jasmine card, sensuality with waterfall persistence. I think you'll really be able to enjoy. Oh shit, what am I doing? Yeet! I think you will really be able to enjoy like your hard work here with this Jasmine card, because like it's sensual, which is relates to Taurus, Taurus is prosperous, but it's also pleasure, right? And being able to enjoy things. And I think you'll get that if you persist through obstacles and perceived limitations that you could be trying to learn about and solve at this time. So that's what I got for you, Aquarius. All right. See ya. Let's do Pisces. Neo just farted. His farts sting, yo. They worse than mine. They worse than mine. They worse than a lot of people's. But you stink. You stinky. Smell like caca. All right, let's do it. You want to say hi? Come on. Did you just wake up? Ugh. You want to say hi? Look. You say hi. What? Did you have a good nappy? Did you have any good doggy dreams? Yeah. All right, I'm almost done. Whiskers. Okay, get down. All right. Pisces. What's going on with Pisces? Yeah, he's getting bigger. Yeah, I am Neo's Morpheus. I freed him from the doggy matrix. What's going on with the fish squad? What's going on with the fish gang? Uh-oh. What's this? Got divine counterparts. Uh-oh. Things getting serious, huh? No, there could just be a really good relationship in your life, or maybe one coming in. All right, Pisces, let's take a look. Yeah, look at that. The lovers. I knew it. Hold on. I knew it. Let's see. The Fool card, yeah. Let's see. Uh-oh. New beginning. Some of y'all may have a lot of fire in your chart. Oh, look at that. This is all fire. Uh-oh, things are passionate. A lot of passion. Woo! Some of y'all got some Leo in your chart, Aries, Sag. Oh yeah, this is a good read, Pisces. This is a good read. Tenth house, the world. Okay. Yeah, this adjustments are required here. Interesting. Third quarter moon. The third quarter moon will be actually Sagittarius for you. So interesting. All right, let's get into this. Your energy entering into this new moon is the Three of Wands here. I think that's quite interesting because so you're in some sort of process here, but it's like, how do I describe this? I think a lot of you are looking forward to the future at this time. And I think you're looking forward to the future at this time. And I feel like you're quite optimistic, and it's like you're sort of in some sort of process here is what I'm seeing. The Five of Wands being in your challenge during this lunation cycle. I think there's something about you kind of facing like your own limitations here, Pisces. I think you're learning how to become a lot more confident, and especially when it comes to like taking the lead and being the authority and acting from a place of authority, you know, without being, you know, autocratic, of course. But autocratic basically just means like when you're being dictatorial. But the Ace of Wands being here, the lead up to the full moon here. Wow, it's interesting. I see you. I see you having a lot of energy, Pisces. And it's like once you accomplish one thing, it's like you get like this reinforcement of more confidence, and you get like this reinforcement of more energy, more inspiration. the Fool card being the message here from your higher self, it's telling you to like the Fool card is that urge to want to transform, right? So for some of you, there's an urge here to want to transform maybe like your career, or maybe there's just something in general that is now something that you want to live up to, or you want to aspire to, or that you want to create, or whatever the case might be. And I really see here that it's like you're taking the leaps, and I think you're going to be leaping pretty far. Four of Cups being here in the position of something that you're unaware of here. Sometimes you may slip into this energy of like melancholy, like this yearning energy to like wanting it to kind of like just come to you. And you can like slip into like these sort of daydreams. So I think the universe is just wanting you to keep it moving, you know, keep pushing yourself. It's really just quite that simple. The Fool card, like I said, though, is the master of transformations. It's like he's wanting to explore outside the boundary. And the boundary, of course, is the Five of Wands here. You're wanting to see how great you can be. And I think you're, with this Ace of Wands happening around the full moon, I think this is you being excited about something. You know, I'm just going to clarify that because it's pissing me off. The Hermit. I just see you being very, like, attending to the details and actually, like, liking, like, the process of this self-discovery, or the process of this deepening your skills or deepening your awareness with something. The Strength card in the outcome here, it's like you're realizing like how capable you are when you actually start to, or not, I'm not gonna even word it that way, but you see like how capable you are like when you put your mind to something. Because the 10th house of the world is an indication of success, but it's also career and aspirations. And this third quarter moon adjustments are required. I feel like this could be after the full moon, when it comes into that third quarter moon, which will be in Sagittarius, basically, squaring the moon in Virgo, right? So, which there's a creative tension of release at that time. So it's just like these little things here that just need to be adjusted. But otherwise than that, it looks good. So that's what I got for you, Pisces. All right, so that's what I got for all the signs. We're gonna go ahead and jump in and do super chat questions. If you have a super chat question, feel free to send a super chat and ask your question. Be sure to look at the rules first too. So let's do it. Thank you again, Roxy, for always putting that up as well. And Lighthouse, to all my moderators, thank you. All right, let's do super chat questions. Let me take off that, and I'll put this on. Ooh, shit. Wait a minute. Yay. Don't let me be you gotta be. We're gonna be doing reversals for these super chats. So let me actually pull up the super chat questions. Damn. Oh, here we go. All right. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I am going to be doing the super chat questions. So, I mean, you can stick around if you'd like, but if not, then I'll see you next time. Hopefully you enjoy the reading. And yeah. See you later. All right, let's do the super chat questions. So we'll start first with, I'm going in order too by the super chat question. So Red Orange, you say here, what did you say here? How do you see my general overall well-being for this new moon cycle? If this helps, I am an Aquarius sun with Leo moon and Leo rising. Thank you for doing this. No problem. All right. You can watch really any placement. For the person that asked, you can watch any placement. Oh, you sent $20 right there. All right. So it's for red orange. Let's see. What do we got here? Decorating the monster. All right. I guess we can change the camera angle too, so you can take a look. All right, so it's for red orange here. Pull the Magician reversed, the Knight of Wands, Ace of Cups reversed. Let me just reread this for a moment. Wait, how do you see my general well-being for this new moon cycle? Okay, let's see. So you pull the Magician reversed. For your current energy, your challenge is the Knight of Wands. The future position is the Ace of Cups reversed. I'm gonna pull your outcome here in a moment. I'm gonna pull your cards, don't worry. But right now it's almost as if, I feel like you're trying to do a lot of problem solving at this time with this Magician card. I feel like it's almost like a lack of concentration, or maybe the energy of where you're directing, like the direction of where you're channeling your energy is like in the wrong direction. I'm picking up here because the challenge is like the Knight of Wands, which it talks about like energy, and it talks about like consistency as well when it comes to taking action and doing things. And with this Magician reversed here being in your current energy, I'm picking up it's more so it's like you're misusing your energy. Like you're not, it's almost as if like maybe, because I'm picking up it's like there needs to be like some sort of like intention and plan or some sort of practical thing that can actually allow you to get the most out of your energy and channel it into the direction of like what it is that you're really trying to do, instead of just kind of like your energy being all over the place here. The Ace of Cups reversed in the future position, because I feel like if you keep doing what it is that you're doing, then I feel with this Ace of Cups reversed that you're going to not feel the sense of fulfillment. You're not going to be happy. Does that make sense? Keep in mind, energy is fluid. Like tarot is not set in stone. Like, you know, it's showing you the pattern of your energy at this time though, and you can break that pattern whenever you want. Right? Eight of Swords and the Six of Cups is here as well, and the outcome position here. You know, if I were you, I would, you know, don't overthink things, and don't do things that you're going to regret, whether that's like doing something impulsively, because the Eight of Swords can be to where we do something and then we later regret it. And it can also mean that like we can overthink something and then we end up procrastinating or just staying stuck in our minds, right? And all we really need to do is just set forth in motion. There's a really good book that I feel like may be a really great resource for you. It's called Eat That Frog, and it's by Brian Tracy. That's actually the book I'm reading for this lunation cycle, if you guys want to know. Like, when it comes to the practical things and just kind of, you know, just reading about like better ways of doing things. It's a really good, I've had it for a while, but it's like, well, it's the perfect time to kind of dive back into this and kind of read it again and see what I missed. But yeah. Because I get here with the Six of Cups, it's like, it's a lot more simpler than you think. And by sticking to simplicity and doing things and keeping things simple, like with the Six of Cups here, it's like that's what's going to allow you to make the good transformation or bring the good transformation, right? Because the Six of Cups can mean like when we're going through a difficult period, right? It's like, it means coming back to, it's like bringing things back into equilibrium by just getting back to the basic things, the simple things. So that's what I got for you, red orange. Oh shit. Like, you don't have to oversimplify, or like, not oversimplify, you don't have to overcomplicate something, because like, it's just keep it simple. All right, so that's what we got for you, red orange. Thank you so much. Let's do, who do we got next? We got Ashley. Ashley, you say here, does M have any intention of continuing this connection? Thank you, Austin. All right, let's take a look here. And you also sent a $20 super chat. You're welcome, red orange. Yeah, and like Ashley said, present. Like being present. Six of Cups is also a card of being present. And the Eight of Swords is when we're not able to be present. We're not able to surrender to the moment. Look what came out again. That is so wild. This is just double confirmation for you, red orange. The Eight of Swords when we can't yield to our thoughts. We can't surrender, right? You know what I mean? We're just like, yeah, that's wild. That is wild. All right, let's do Ashley. Does M have any intention of continuing this connection with Ashley? I've already done all the signs. We're just doing super chat questions now. So if you want to answer, if you want to ask a super chat question, you know, and you want to be sure to read the rules, and it tells you how to do it. And it's very simple. But what do we got here for Ashley? Does M? Actually, I feel like it's done. Let's see. Does M have any intentions? Or wait, does M have any intentions of continuing this connection? Yeah, I would say he does. I would say he definitely does. There's something about the challenge with this whole situation is that there's a lot of indecisiveness with this Two of Swords. It's almost like somebody's like not making their mind up, or somebody's in the fulcrum of the mind here. I kind of think it's both of you, but I'm picking up it's more so him. But his current energy is the Knight of Cups, so I think he has genuine intentions here. The Three of Pentacles here, I think he does want to work toward building something with you. He does want to work together as a team. But there's definitely an imbalance. And it may be in his personal life, or it could be in your personal life. Like something about this relationship has caused an imbalance, and maybe he's sort of focused, you or him are focused on attending to something else at this time, or getting something else back into balance here. Okay. Ten of Swords, Three of Swords here. And the outcome, if I'm being real with you, I think he does have intentions to work on it. However, I kind of feel it's almost like it's going to repeat in some sort of weird way, like some sort of cycle. And so keep in mind, this isn't set in stone, but what I'm saying is, like, if the cycle keeps going the way that it's been going with something in particular, then I feel here that it could be quite heartbreaking, if I'm being honest with you. Ten of Swords, Three of Swords. So, and if you really want my advice, like if you want my advice with this Ten of Swords, Three of Swords, is like communicating the truth and being truthful. If somebody is dishonest in the relationship, or somebody is, because I feel like he has a genuine intention of creating something and building something with you, but I'm almost getting there's like a lot of, I don't think it's sneakiness, but what I'm getting, it's like there's it's like there needs to be more honesty and more straightforwardness and more clarity. Because if that doesn't change, then I feel then it could end up being the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords, like same shit, different day, you know. So that's what I got for you, Ashley. I hope that helped. But do I think he has genuine intentions? Yes. Like of continuing the connection? Yes, he does. But again, there's some sort of issue that's been quite repetitive, and that's got to change. I see if it doesn't change, then I think, you know, it's going to end up as a disappointment. You're welcome. All right, let's do, who do we got next here? The luxury hybrid, are you in here still? You say, how much does a moon sign affect my birth? Because I'm going to answer your question even though it wasn't a tarot question. How much does a moon sign affect my birth and sun sign in a reading? Wait, what? How much does a moon sign affect my sun sign? The way I look at it during these, like the readings, is that I'm trying to like put together like what you mean by this, because it's kind of worded. Okay, you're in here. You say, how much does a moon sign affect my birth and sun sign in a reading? So here's the way I look at it. This is the way I go about it. Moon sign, if I'm feeling something in the particular moment, the moon sign tends to resonate more for me. If I'm looking for like a more deeper spiritual understanding of where my place is at in the universe at this time, and sort of like what are the major themes going on, I look at my sun sign. Right? If I want to take a look at like a particular season that I'm entering into, or that I know is coming up, or that I know that I'm kind of in at this time, then I look at my rising sign. But I found for me, because I just look at Leo, Scorpio, because I have the same rising and moon, which is Scorpio. Then I have a Leo sun. But I would say both resonate. But I never could go wrong with the Scorpio reading. Like Scorpio readings tend to be always accurate. That's the way I kind of look at it, right? Like cosmically, I would look at my sun sign, you know, like that's just the way I do it. Or like the rising sign, for instance, if you know the degree of your rising sign, like let's just say you're a Sagittarius rising at 15 degrees, right? But let's just say we just came into Leo season, right? And so I'm aware that, okay, the sun's in Leo, I know I'm a Sag rising. But I know in my chart, if I look at it in Placidus, I know that the sun is in the 8th house because of where the degree is, right? So I know the sun just came into Leo, and my sun is going to eventually enter into the 9th house where it's supposed to be, right? Where the ruling house is of Leo, but right now it's in the 8th house still. Right, so like I would understand, like, okay, what am I going through right now in regards to like my sun sign, right now, like in my life, like what is this Leo season gonna bring me, right? What is this Leo season about? Does that make sense? So, and sometimes what I found is it's kind of hard to explain, like if you don't know what I'm talking about, but if you know what I'm talking about, then you'll completely understand. So sometimes, like Leo, okay, so I was just talking about Sagittarius rising at 15 degrees. Like if I was a Sagittarius rising at 15 degrees and the sun just came in a Leo, and I knew that the sun's still in my 8th house, though it hasn't come into my 9th house where it's supposed to be, right? If it was, whole chart, I would take a look at Capricorn rising. I would take a look at the Capricorn reading, because that would be where naturally, if you were looking at whole sign, the 8th house of Capricorn would be Leo. That's kind of like, I don't think a lot of people know that, but that's how like you can find out. That's kind of like my little secret about it. I hope that made sense. If it doesn't, then just fuck it. All right, sunny weather. You say here, what message am I looking for? Does that make sense? Yeah, I got you. I know what you mean. We'll do a general poll here for you and see what comes out. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you again thank you for just another super chat. Appreciate it. I kind of want to put out my theory of how tarot works, like to the pinpoint accuracy, because I've never heard anybody really talk about it. It also depends on the reader too. Just keep it real. But usually you'll still see things. All right, so sunny weather, you say, what message am I looking for? Let's see. Queen of Swords reversed, and you pulled the Page of Cups reversed here. I would say I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm kind of picking up like the Queen of Swords reversed being in your energy, and also the Page of Cups reversed here. Are you? I kind of feel the message. The message coming through is like to be more receptive to other ways of doing things, to other forms of communication. And hear me out for a moment. I'm gonna make it make sense. Like the Queen of Swords is usually when one is open and they're receptive and they're good listeners, right? And I'm kind of feeling like sometimes you only want to listen to the things that you want to listen to, and everything else you kind of just like don't care about. But it's like some of the stuff that like you don't want to listen to is like the stuff that you need to listen to, right? And I think also the messages as well is like you may block yourself out off socially a lot, especially from meeting newer people or from learning newer things or understanding new things. And I feel like those things can actually help you here. And I'm picking up another message here as well. When it comes to communicating how you feel, you may see it as like a vulnerability and like a weakness. But I think it's very important to be like honest about like what it is that you feel. And you can be very honest, like in a very kind of, you can be honest and loving in a way that's, still stern, right? Like let's just say people are taking advantage of you or people aren't listening to you. Right? I think it's about communicating lovingly, but also very direct. Like, hey, like this is not okay, right? And it's about really communicating how you feel, like, and not allowing yourself to get stepped over as well. So it goes both ways, like the first thing that I said and what I just said right now. So you have to like find that, because I feel like you do both, if I'm being honest. But I think it's about just really being honest, and also seeing if other people are being honest with you as well. You know, if something doesn't make sense, you know, then it's probably not true. And that's what I got with that. So I hope that helped. I was hoping I would pull different cards. Getting 2 court cards is kind of, you know, it can be quite a different amount of things, but yeah, so I hope that helped. All right. Thank you, Audrey, for the super chat. Thank you. All right, Christina Molina. Hey, Austin, connected to a Saggy. Feelings and intentions, please. All right, let's see. No wonder you're single. Yeah, I mean, because also, too, that's like when we're not even open and receptive to other people. We kind of, it usually happens like because we get scorned, right? And so like it changes like our attitude toward people and things. Like it could be really quite pessimistic and negative, right? And like you're a human, right? Like we all, like that happens to everybody. Like you shouldn't have any shame about that either. You know, just that, you know, I'm just being honest with you. That's what it said. Right? And it could also be like just a negative attitude in general with life, you know, and we all slip into that shit, you know, but if we stay there for too long, it's like definitely not good, you know. All right, so Christina Molina, hey Austin, connected to a Saggy. Feelings and intentions, please. All right, give me the feelings and intentions for the Sagittarius. Christina, what is this? Feelings and his intentions. All right. 3 of Pentacles reversed. Wheel of Fortune. 4 of Wands. You know, I think he wants to have a good time. I don't really think this person's thinking long term, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, I get this person really likes their freedom. Either you do or he does, or whoever the person is. They really like their freedom. And so I don't really think they're thinking about things like in the long term, because the Wheel of Fortune being in the challenge, you know, I for some reason, I just feel like this person's like in a place of their life at this time that's like they're kind of just want to have fun. I see you having a good time with the 4 of Wands, but I wouldn't really place hard emphasis or expectation on like things, you know, like as far as like labeling things and identifying the direction and like what are we and all this type of stuff. I think it's kind of just wanting you to kind of just like see how things flow, because I think you could actually like, I think this person likes to have a good time, basically. I don't think he's thinking about like, you know, like a relationship, or I mean he could if you already are in a relationship, you know, but I think more so this is more just like kind of sexually based, if I'm being honest, or like it's like in that sort of honeymoon or like lust energy. If you're in a relationship with this person, because I wonder if you're already with this person or if you're just like, you just met them. But if you're like with this person, you know, I don't know. I don't think this person knows what to do or something like that. But I think things could turn around if you're like in a relationship with this person. Yeah. And I don't think it's not a rebound. I mean, it could be, but it's more so, I think this person just kind of wants, like, they're focused on like it kind of feels like hookup, if I'm being honest. Like there's no intention, at least not right now, to like build something long term. Or they don't have any plans to. But that could always change, but yeah. So that's what I got for you, Christina. Oh, and as far as his feelings, I think his like I don't really see, there's no cups or water really or anything. It's just more so like, it's like kind of like visually attracted, like visually, it's like lustful in a way. So that's what I got. Let's do, oh yeah, that's the luxury. Thank you so much, luxury hybrid, for that super chat. Okay, so we got Esther Gutierrez. Has Gutierrez always been spelled with a Z? Or do some last names Gutierrez have an S? I could have swore it's an S, maybe not. All right, you say here, am I going to be successful the next few months? Worried about money and future. Right. Let's take a look. Oh wait, did I skip somebody? Hold on. I sure did. Hold on, Esther. I just noticed. Angela Shaw. All right, so we're doing, or Angeli Shaw. What is the universe trying to tell me through all of these tests lately? I didn't even see it. All right. Let's see. Page of Pentacles, and you have the Five of Wands reversed here. It's interesting. I think the universe is trying to directly communicate that, because the Page of Pentacles as an archetype is very much so like related to Virgo. So I think the universe, the reason why you've been tested a lot is because it's like you could be forgetting about like these small things in life, right? Like, because the Page of Pentacles is like when we need to like start to attend to like the details of like the things that we need to do to help us progress. And the Five of Wands reverse being here, it's like, it's almost like you get frustrated, and then it's like you kind of, it's not that you give up, I would say, but it's almost like you get frustrated and you kind of like allow it to stop you. And so I think the universe is trying to teach you perseverance. And having to be more practical. Let's say if you're dealing with people here as well with the Five of Wands reversed, it's trying to tell you to like stay away from people in life that cause unnecessary drama, right? And start to really focus on yourself and developing yourself and making yourself better, making your life better. And if you're already doing that, you could have people that could be like hating on you, or that could be a little jealous. I think the Five of Wands reverse is like a message here, like you need to distance yourself from these people, because these people aren't like your real friends, or they're not real supporters as well. Page of Pentacles as well is like where we have to develop skills for ourselves that we don't have yet, right? And that could be a blow to the ego. right? Because a lot of times we think we can do anything, but then the reality hits and it's like we see our limitations and we see our shortcomings. And that's what Virgo tries to teach us is, well, readjust, you know, don't self-criticize yourself too much to the point to where it becomes detrimental, but, you know, it's like being honest with yourself about your limitations and addressing those and getting better in the areas where you need to get better. You'll be able to easily overcome the challenges that you face. So I think that's really the messages that the universe is sort of trying to convey to you. All right, so Esther Gutierrez, now it's your turn. So that's what I got for you. What was your name again? Angeli Shaw. All right, so you say here, am I going to be successful the next few months? Worried about money and future. What can you tell me for Esther? Dang. All right. All right. I think you do need to watch your spending and be more resourceful here. Because the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and technically the future position is like to where it's like we don't have enough, right? We feel like, oh shit, like I need more, or my fruits didn't come to fruition like I thought they would, right? Understand that energy is changeable, it's malleable, and that you can change your circumstances at any time. With that being said, the Eight of Wands reverse in your current energy, it's almost as if I'm kind of getting like this energy of like loftiness. Like, hear me out for a moment. But it's like loftiness and like you're kind of drifting about and kind of still repeating the same patterns and the same mistakes here. And so the Ten of Swords being in the challenge is like, it's time to change the way you totally do something, right? Because what's trying to enter into your awareness at this time is like you have to reinvent your mind. And the only way you're going to be able to reinvent your mind so that way you can change your circumstances is to flip this Eight of Wands and reverse to upright, which is we need to start learning more. We need to start opening up and broadening our mind, especially when it comes to solving the problems and the issues that we keep facing, right? And I feel like if you can do that, then you'll be able to persevere. But however, if you keep repeating the same cycle of like what you've always been doing and you keep doing it the same ways and you're not allowing your mind to sort of reach outside the bounds of what it is that it already knows, in the form of like finding like learning about like why you're dealing with what you're dealing with, right? Like finding solutions, like, you know, and stop focusing on the problems. Like if you genuinely look for the solutions by broadening your intellect, learning, understanding better, and getting yourself out of these habitual patterns, then I feel like you'll be able to have a breakthrough, right? But it's like if you keep doing the same thing, then I feel like you're going to end up with the Seven of Pentacles reversed, like kind of SOL in a way, like not having enough. And not feeling as successful as you would like. So, because if this was upright, I'd have been like, yes, right? Through perseverance, you've culminated enough. But the rewards came from the perseverance, right? But if it's reversed, the rewards aren't coming because there's no perseverance. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I got for you, my friend. I hope that helped. Okay, so let's go on to Goddess Beast of the Oasis. That's a pretty cool name, by the way. You say here, 333, Austin, you're a truthful, respectful one. What does my ancestors want me to know? That's a good question. What does Goddess Beast of the Oasis ancestors want her to know? Is that it? All right. King of Cups reversed. Seven of Wands reversed here. I feel like they want you to protect your energy better here. To protect your energy better. Because I don't know if it's like maybe you're allowing a lot of people to have the access to your energy, or whatever the case might be. But I think here that it's definitely wanting you to protect your energy. Not because it's like anything malevolent or anything like that. It's just more so it's like, you know, like this can manifest in many forms. Like, let's just say sometimes you get around a certain group of people, or you go into this certain environment, or you become susceptible to like gossip and drama, or getting stuck watching the news, or whatever the case might be, right? Like, it can drain your energy and really set in negative vibration in your auric field. And so I feel like your ancestors are wanting you to protect your energy better, to be more mindful of your energy, and to deepen also your spiritual practices and your or get back to your spiritual practices or something like that. Right? Because you got to attend to your inner world. King of Cups reversed. Because if you don't, you'll drain yourself. Seven of Wands reversed. You'll burn out. You'll get burnt out. Yeah. Warrior mode is just draining me. Yeah. So the advice here is you have to really attend to your emotional needs. Right? Because if you just go, force, you know, you have to remember this is a dualistic universe. So if you're just yang, and you forget about yin, you know, it's going to come back tenfold, and it's going to force you into the yin. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I got for you, my friend. All right, let's do Jean here. Hey, Jean. I think Jean's next, actually. Yeah. All right. You say, hey, what's my... Oh, whoops, wrong person. You say, how does career and money look for me? Thank you. How does career and money look for Jean, please? King of Wands, Emperor reversed, King of Cups reversed, oh, okay, thanks for the feedback, Christina. All right. Let's take a look here. Interesting. I'm not really seeing anything with money here, Gene. Like anything in regards to money. One thing I'm picking up, like with work and just like the whole, in the career and stuff, is that I think it's interesting. It's like you're very good at taking charge and taking the lead and getting things started and doing things here. Sometimes I feel though you may try to control too many things or try to want to control too many things, with the Emperor reverse being here in the challenge. And with the King of Cups reversed in the future position, it's very interesting. I feel like there's an imbalance with the masculine and the feminine energy, right? I'm not talking about gender, I'm talking about energy here, right? Because like it's almost as if you're having to like balance like the yang and the yin, sort of what I was kind of just saying to the goddess just a moment ago. But because I'm kind of seeing here, it's like if you're gonna start something, it's like following all the way through with it, right? Because I'm kind of getting like this kind of start, stop, or not following through with things that you should follow through with. Like, let's just say, for instance, like I'm not sure if you're self-employed or not, but like if you're an entrepreneur and like you start a project, like this would tell me that this person starts a lot of projects, but they never finish them. Page of Swords, Empress reverse. They never finish their creations, right? I think you can be extremely abundant and manifest your creations and your rewards if, with the Emperor, if you follow through, hold yourself accountable, and devote yourself fully to those things, right? Because otherwise I'm kind of getting, it's like, I'm not sure if you're self-employed or not. But if you're not self-employed, and let's just say you work at a job here, there could be something about a boss figure here that it may be holding you back, honestly. And if that's the case, I think it would be best to like try to maybe look somewhere else or to figure out the problem here, so that way you can actually be more prosperous. But I'm not sure if you're self-employed, because it makes a total difference with the message. In regards to money and stuff, I don't really see anything money related coming out in this read. Like, I'm not going to sit here and make something up. The only thing I see money related is the Empress, but it's reversed. And it's not even that it's really the money related energy. It's more so it's like, and if it is the money thing, then it's like you're not really creating as much as you want. You're not getting as much as you want. You're not receiving as much as you want. Because, and I'll tell you why I'm getting this, because the Emperor can manifest as a boss if you're at a job. But if you're self-employed, the Emperor would be you, right? But reversed is sort of, it's with the archetype of Aries that it is, right? The Emperor. It's that Aries have this ability to initiate things and go, but then they burn out fast and they don't start what they finished. Right, that's the shadow side of the archetype. That's sort of like what I'm getting here. I think you can be extremely successful if you truly, continuously devote your energy to what it is that you love and what it is that you're trying to create, and not give up on yourself and hold yourself accountable. Then I think you would be extremely successful. Spot on with your boss, yeah. So I knew it, because I was getting something about like a boss here. He actually may be stifling your progress. He's not allowing you to really flow here with that King of Cups in reverse, right? I kind of feel like he's like a tyrant, right? There's a really good book called King, Warrior, Magician, Lover, and it talks about the archetype of masculinity. And one of the things with the king in its shadow is he's really a tyrant. Right, like it can be a tyrant manifested in the shadow, right? To where they don't live up to what they want everybody else to do, right? They just feel like almost like an inclination, like that everybody should bow down to them and do it their way, and that they deserve success for maybe the things that they didn't even contribute to. Right. You can see this a lot with like people and shit, especially online and shit. Like, you know, but that's what I'm getting. And I think if that's the case, I think with this outcome, it's like, it's almost like you don't even, it's stifling your progress. You can't even really get comfortable and create and be in a space to where it's like you actually enjoy it. You say you're going to start your own business. I think that's the way to go, if I'm being honest. I'm not telling you to impulsively quit your job or anything. That's not what I'm saying. But I think I would start working on, doing something else, because I think you have a tyrant of a boss. I'll just be that Emperor reverse. And the King of Wands is upright, but I think this is more so your energy. It's like you're having to kind of always be in the yang, which, that's what it's required sometimes in work. But it's like, if you don't feel comfortable in the environment where you're at and like what you're doing, and you don't really have that much faith and hope in like your boss and the direction of things, it's like you're not going to feel devoted. You're not going to really genuinely feel like you can settle in and create, and that's like what I'm getting with that. So we're going to go to the next one. We got, so I hope that helped, Gene. We got Mr. M1LK5580. That's one hell of a username. So let's see here. You say, hey, what's my love life looking like the rest of the year? Was recently dumped and she is dating someone else already, looking to see my future. Okay, so let's see. Hey, what's my love look like for the rest of the year? She's dating somebody else already. Yeah, that person was probably your backup. Yeah. Usually, like, after a breakup, somebody gets in a relationship, like, directly after. That person was there already, probably for a while. Don't worry, it's going to be the same cycle with the new person, too. It's going to be the same shit. Alright, let's see. What can you tell me for... Oh, your name's AJ. Okay, let's see. Interesting. My nickname's AJ. Well, my nickname growing up. I don't really go by that anymore. What's my love life looking like the rest of the year? Damn, you dealt with an asshole. Anyways. Two of Wands here. The Hermit at the bottom of the deck. I don't really see anything new. I think you'll be more independent. I think you're just gonna kind of do your own thing. Two of Wands, Mars and Aries is very self-independent. Like they want their freedom. So I kind of just see you really exploring and kind of doing your own thing. I really don't see like any newer love, if I'm being honest with you. At least not really anything that will maybe last, or anything that you really will even feel an emotional connection to, if I'm being honest. Because I think this Queen of Wands reverse is like you're still kind of pissed off, kind of getting over the situation that you're dealing with right now, right? And of course, like after breakups, like it's natural to be angry and be mad, and and go through those spectrum of emotions, right? But yeah, that's what I see, my friend. I think it's time to focus on yourself, if I'm being honest with you. I think the relationship you even had with this person was kind of codependent in a way. I don't know, I'm picking up on this person's vibe. I do not like this person at all. Like, she's a B word. Straight bitch. Damn. Yeah. I want it. Don't let it stain your outlook on love, but understand that like the emotions that you're feeling are natural, and they say you got to feel it to heal it. So, I see you sort of getting over the situation. I kind of feel like it kind of may leave you a little bitter, if I'm being honest, toward love and stuff. I think that person, you know what's funny? She's the type of person the person that you were dealing with, she's the type of person that would do something intentionally just to get a reaction out of you, or to sort of make you jealous. Like, she's that type of Queen of Wands reversed. Probably quite narcissistic. Narcissists always have your back up. Don't worry about that. Okay. That's just how they are. All right, next we got Nicole. Just curious what my guide / spirit want me to know right now, please and thank you. All right, let's see. Wait, hold on. Didn't somebody in this? Oh, okay, no. I'll be doing super chat questions till 4 o'clock, so I got 18 minutes left. At 4 o'clock, that is the cutoff, and I'm gonna get off of here because I gotta take Neo outside. All right, what do we got here for Nicole? Just curious what my guide / spirit want me to know right now. All right, 10 of Swords, and we have the Queen of Pentacles upright. This is very much so related to the lunation cycle that we just started in Leo. And I think right now, the 10 of Swords being in your energy, I think it's time to get more practical. This is gonna sound super fucking boring, but this is the message coming through. I think it's time to get more practical and start to really work toward the things that you are wanting to develop in your life, whether it's like goals or yourself or whatever the situation might be, and start to become more productive. Because the 10 of Swords, it's interesting because I feel like you know a lot, but when it comes to like the practical application of the things that you know and like the stuff you know you need to do and all that type of stuff, it's almost as if you kind of don't do it sometimes. And so I get here that, you know, just a straightforward message is like, I think they're wanting you to be more productive, and kind of get out of the habit of, you know, start to develop better habits here, especially when it comes to like work and career and money and just like your overall being and all that type of stuff. So that's what I got for you, Nicole. Hope that helped. It's very straight to the point. All right. I think you pronounce it Santa? You say, what's cooking, good looking? I'm pretty hungry. I'm about to cook some ramen later. You say, question, what kind of partner would be ideal for me? I've changed a lot during the last few years, so just wondering. That's a good question, actually. What kind of partner would be ideal for Santa? Yeah, I didn't see anything in regards to like life changes that came out. If I would have pulled like some major arcanas maybe, but I think really the big life change for you is developing better habits and being more productive. Like, I think that's gonna be the catalyst that changes a lot of things. That's what I saw. I didn't sense like any big like major life change or anything like that. So if you're like worried about something, I don't think you need to. All right. What is the ideal partner for Sana? 9 of Swords reversed. 8 of Cups reversed. You may have dealt with some partners in the past that had like attachment issues, right? And so I think the type of like person that I think would really bode well for you is like a person that is quite spiritually aware. And they don't have any old hang-ups on anything as well, right? Or they don't have any type of demons in their past, or, you know, I think somebody who's integrated, right? Like somebody who's integrated their shadow. You may have kind of dealt with some, like, I don't know if you know this or not, but I think some of the people you may have dealt with in the past, they were driven by unconscious behavior. Whether it's like trauma that they had, or like past demons that they had, or just energy of kind of not being self-aware of how their thoughts and their actions you know, were. That's sort of the message, really. There's nothing really else more to this. You needed somebody who's consciously aware. I'm not saying they have to be spiritual, but somebody who has an awareness about the things to life that aren't tangible, right? Like they're at least aware of energy, and like their themselves and their own habits and the way they think, and they sort of understand their shadow. You may have dealt with people in the past that did not understand any of that kind of stuff. So that's what I got for you, my friend. All right, we're gonna do TA next. You say I have a couple of business. I have a couple business ideas I want to start. Do you see that they will be successful for me? Now is definitely, I would say, the time to experiment. I think with retrogrades, it's like people are like, oh, don't start nothing new, you know? And it's like, what are you talking about? Like don't start anything new with the expectation that, you know, that it's going to be the absolute answer. But I think I think it does well to experiment a bit with Venus being retrograde. We're gonna have a Mercury retrograde. It's like, just experiment, like, you know what I mean? So let's see here. But when you place the expectation on, yeah, like this is it, like, you know what I mean, like, then there's definitely disappointment there. I definitely wouldn't sign anything though on retrogrades, unless you've really, really looked over the fine print of things. Like you just have to look more deeply at things. Like with this place that I just got, for instance, I had this shit. I signed the lease before Venus was even in shadow. I was like, because I knew what was coming, but I also knew I had a window to move. So I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to do it now. Like, because I'm not gonna do it when Venus goes shadow, and I'm not gonna do it when Venus is retrograde. Like, look for a place, right? So I did all. But anyways, I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyways, let's see, TA. You got the 7 of Cups. Yeah, you definitely do have a lot of different ideas, I can see. Yeah, I think so. I think, yeah, I would say yes. I would say yes. I have a couple of business ideas I want to start. Do you see that they will be successful for me? I think they will. Now, what type of regard of success? I'm not sure. But I do feel that it could definitely open up newer possibilities for you, or show you newer possibilities. I think maybe, I don't know, maybe some won't, but there will definitely be one that does. I think the more actually you can actually be eclectic and be open to trying newer things, it's like the more, almost like the more success you'll see, like, that's possible. But yeah, like, if you have ideas, that's definitely saying like, hey, like, you should definitely apply them and try them, because you're definitely in the mental lab here with the 7 of Cups, you know, with different ideas. And the 6 of Swords is like, okay, well, my ideas let's see if I can put these into motion. So yeah, I think some will actually pick up some momentum. Maybe there'll be like some that don't, but I think some will. So I would say yes. Thank you, Jamal, for that super chat too. Thank you. All right, AJ again. So Mr. M1K, you say here, what's up? Thanks, dude. That reading was accurate. If you do multiple readings, what's my money and vocation looking like? Oh, I got you. What's my money and vocation looking like? Let's see. Yeah, I can tell there's a lot going on in your mind. Just start applying, just start trying. That's what the Six of Swords is like. You just got to start moving. You just got to start, putting things into motion. I think that's the number one reason why we procrastinate. Like, we always have a lot of ideas, but ideas are shit. Ideas are shit if you're not doing anything with them, right? I just watched the Gary Vee video, and that's where that phrase just came from. But it made total sense, right? I don't know if you know who Gary Vee is, but he's amazing. I love Gary Vee. But it's like it's just about doing. You got to create. You just got to go. Like, you can't wait. You can't, you never know how good an idea is unless you try. Some people be like, yeah, I always had that idea, and that person stole it from me. They stole my idea, and then they ain't steal your damn idea. They didn't steal your damn idea. I'm just joking around with you. All right, let's see. What can you tell me for money and vocation? Ace of Cups upright, Six of Pentacles reversed. Let's see. I gotta be real with you. I think it doesn't look any detrimental or anything like that. Like something real bad or anything bad. I'm kind of getting, it's like, do you feel like the reward truly from what you earn? Does that make sense? I mean, I see you still being satisfied with the Ace of Cups, but maybe you're not as satisfied as you would like to be. Like, maybe it's not as much as you would like, or it's not, it's not as rewarding as you thought it was going to come back to be. But I still see you being fine with the Ace of Cups, right? I don't think it's something like, oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to pay rent, or you know what I mean? It's not like that. It's just maybe it's a little bit slow or stagnant, or just not as rewardful in regards to what's coming back to you. But I still see you being okay with the Ace of Cups. But also another question I feel like spirits want me to tell you is I'm not sure what you do, but as far as what you do, there may be something that you actually want to turn in. I'm not sure what your status is, but I think there could be something that you want to start earning more money in, whether it's a project or make a business or whatever the case might be. It's you genuinely find happiness in those things, but it's I'm almost seeing it's I think you should invest more into that type of stuff, right? Not to forget about the things that you do and that you could possibly monetize, but overall I feel things will be fine. I just think that it could be slow, or maybe there's kind of a not as much flowing in, or not as much as you would like, but I think things will be fine. But if you definitely have side things, I think you should really invest into those things, because I feel one day they could actually be monetized, or they could actually be they could actually bring you more prosperity or something like that. So I hope that made sense, my friend. All right, what do we got here? Thank you again, Jamal, for... Oh, wait. Hold on. But yeah, that's what I got for you, AJ. Let's see. Jamal, you have to be sure to read the super chat rules, because you have to put your super chat in. You have to put your question in the super chat. You say, I have a question about my friend. Is he cheating on me? Oh, I think you meant to say boyfriend. Yeah, be sure, like, when you send a super chat, let me put my face on here, damn it. Be sure when you send a super chat that you put your question in the super chat. This is the one exception that I'll make. But for Jamal, is her boyfriend cheating on her, or is this person's boyfriend cheating on her? I would say no. No. Knight of Pentacles upright speaks to trustworthiness. Five of Cups reversed. I would say no. I would say no. I don't think so. Maybe he's just not emotionally as into the connection, though, I would say. But I would say no. But I think that emotionally could be kind of checked out. So. Okay. I think this is going to be my last super chat. I got 2 more minutes, but. What the hell is Neo? Oh. You say here, so, okay, who do we got? Okay. Reina, I hope I said your name right. Reina Lopez. Work-wise, and anything I need to know. Oh, wait, hold on. Work-wise and anything I need to know on anything overall. Okay, let's see. See what comes out here for you. But yeah, hope that helped Jamal. As of what I saw in that moment, Jamal, I don't think so. I don't think so. But he could definitely be kind of emotionally checked out. He may be actually a little bit cold and detached emotionally. I don't know. I'm kind of picking up there's like problems, and I think he genuinely did care. I think he still does care, but like, you know, he was trying to persevere through whatever the challenge is, but for some reason it's almost as if he's kind of detached. Like some people just give up. That's kind of what I picked up. All right, what can you tell me for Reina Lopez? 9 of Swords, Ten of Wands, and you have the Queen of Swords reversed. Let's see. I don't see anything work-wise. I would say don't allow. Actually, I kind of do, actually. When it comes to responsibilities and stuff like that, don't allow yourself to slip into complacency. It's not as bad as it seems when it comes to things that you need to do, right? Because the Ten of Wands is like the burden of responsibility of life. Like, say, for instance, you have a job, you go to 9 to 5, then, you know, you also, you know, whatever the case might be, is like there's certain things that you do throughout the day that are important that, you know, that you need to do, right? That's like a Ten of Wands. We all have a Ten of Wands in our life, and that's in your challenge. So, and the 9 of Swords, it's almost as if it's like you're kind of feel overwhelmed by maybe the responsibilities that you know that you have to address or attend to. And so, but it's not as bad as you think it is. I almost feel it's not as bad as you think it is. Don't allow your mind to blow up something that isn't. It could be like a lot of work, but it's not as bad as you would think. So, and the Queen of Swords reverse being here. That's an interesting one. I feel like you're choosing to ignore like the truth about something here. I gotta be real. I think you're choosing to like not look at the truth about something, like to not look at fully. It's almost like when we don't want to do something or we don't want to deal with something, we just don't look at it. You know what I mean? And I think that could actually come back to bite you. So I'll just be aware of that. I think the task and stuff that you have to do, or the task at hand, or with work and the weight that you're carrying, I feel that it's not as bad as you would think it is. Like, and also too, this Queen of Swords reverse is trying to let you know here that don't spread yourself too thin as well. Don't take on burdens that aren't your own, because it can be very overwhelming. And if that does happen, the Queen of Swords reverse is trying to tell you like you need to speak your truth. You can be polite, but you can also be very stern about what you're trying to communicate. And it's about having boundaries here as well. But in regards to work, I would say if there's anything going on with work, is like not putting too much on your plate, right? Because I do see here that it could be overwhelming. But if there's just like things that like you should do and that you need to do, then I would do it, because it's not as big as you think it is. I feel like you could be ignoring like certain responsibilities. And also like maybe not believing in yourself enough, right? Because it's like you need to like push yourself to the finish line and make sure that you do things all the way through is another thing. But the Queen of Swords reverse is like sort of, we can have an attitude toward life, like like it can manifest as like like I shouldn't have to do that shit and this that and like blah blah blah. Like it could be quite cunning. So I'll just be aware of that as well. But when it comes to work, don't take on too much that you can't manage, because you're going to be very pissed off with that Queen of Swords in reverse, because you can already probably feel the pressure, or you'll start to feel it. So that's what I got, y'all. I am done. No more super chat questions. I'm about to get off of here. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, then the Ten of Wands were upright in the challenge is like, is to start to delegate responsibility, right? So what I mean by this, and I'm done with super chat questions, by the way, but I want to just address this last thing. Like, let's just say like you're overwhelmed, you're stressed because it's like, there's things that you need to do and you need to figure things out. The Ten of Wands being in the challenge is like, there's just so many things that I have to go through and I have to go through the process of and I need to do. And so what this is showing you is like, basically just get started. You're thinking too broadly right now. You just need to get started. Right? I think you should just start to do something. Start to figure things out. Keep and don't be overwhelmed to the point to where it's just like it causes inaction, or it causes like a negative attitude, or it causes you to sabotage things or put yourself in a situation that you're going to regret. I think by approaching it with a positive attitude and approaching it with a positive mindset, you can make these challenges and these hurdles actually, your biggest blessings rather than your biggest hurdles at this time. So that's what I'm getting. You know, but I think you should at least do something, whether it is work with your brother for a little bit. Right. So I hope that helped. But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm totally spent on energy. I gotta take Neo out and yeah. Also, I want to say this as well, Rena. I think it's important to be honest with yourself, right? Like, if you know, like, you can't, like, if you know something doesn't make sense, then I feel like it's wanting you not to do it. That's another thing. So, yeah. But anyways, as far as timestamps go, maybe somebody will want to help put those up for people and stuff. If not, I mean, the timestamps will be up. Somebody will do them. I'm not going to do them yet because I have to take my dog out and I have stuff to do. And honestly, it's not that hard to find your sign because everything has the name's at the top. You just got to fast forward and find it. So anyways, I appreciate you all, and I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here. Yeah. Appreciate all of you. Thank you. Donated to the channel with the super chat questions. And yeah, I think that's it, huh?